This is part one of our two-part non-denominational Christmas episode, so tune in for part two once it's done.
Welcome to Arson and Culture, where we where we look for hard-to-get things and tell you whether it's worth it or not, and it's usually not. My name's Matt.
Jason.
I'm Jeff.
And this is our special non-denominational holiday episode with presents specifically for Christmas.
It makes you say Christmas, it's denominational.
Non-denominational
It's a denomination.
episode.
It's a non-denominational Christmas special.
And we're all dressed up except Jeff.
I'm dressed up.
Yeah.
I got
my favorite
Ric Flair.
hoodie.
Celebrating Ric Flair today.
Oh, awesome.
I will attempt to turn this on. That look.
All right.
Move that bottle.
Lights up.
Hope that gets caught on camera. That is awesome.
We got a special episode today. We got some really rare, hard to get beers. We don't know what we have because we're doing a gift exchange.
What'd you get, Matt?
Oh my god, I hope this is a toy.
Oh, I got a BBT 2020.
Oh, I got a Corona.
Oh my god! I got a BBT 2019.
What'd you get, Jeff?
Chicka boom.
Jeff
Hell yeah.
he got Corona extra.
Chicka boom.
That's the equivalent of coal. I'm pretty
Damn
sure.
straight, man.
You're welcome, Jeff.
What's the ABV on this thing?
Too much.
Getting crunk
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm just kidding. That's for Kendrick. Give that to me.
What this?
No, I got your.
mine.
I got your real present. I got your real present right here.
right here. It's mine.
I got your real present right here.
That's not a beer.
Oh wow, that's really nice. What's that? Ooh.
This is for Jason.
Oh, dude. No, that's you. That's what you love to eat,
Potato
Jeff. You know
salad.
What is it?
Mustard, Kroger mustard potato salad.
Potato salad. That's like your favorite.
When you're having a party and your friends are coming over, get Kroger mustard potato salad. At least if you think your friends are rednecks.
And maybe chocolate.
That's all.
hummus.
That's all. Okay.
Look, I got 3 presents on me, man. I'm making out like a bandit in this game. Christmas is wonderful.
It is.
It's the loveliest time
Come
of the year.
to the dark side. I'm telling you,
You
man.
could put this on
I
and
got 3
celebrate.
presents. They're all taken away from me.
Yeah, you thought you got a lot of presents.
Damn. This is Corona too?
What you got?
Budweiser?
What you got?
Mad Dog? Fancy.
Sad we missed out on that.
Don't drop it on the
No.
floor. Oh my gosh, what is this? What could
We might get one still.
It's called Beer Barrel Time.
No way!
I think it's different than ours. What is
By
that?
a brewery called Side Project from
Yeah,
St.
but
Louis.
what's different
It
about
says
that one?
Rye 2020.
Oh, crazy.
Thank you.
What are the fucking odds
shouldn't have.
that we would
Believe it.
all three gift each other such rare beers
Have
with
no
3
idea.
different styles of the
That's
same one?
amazing.
That's
Great
absolutely
minds think
phenomenal.
alike, but Jeff
Cheers.
thought the same way too. So that's probably not right.
Yeah, we're going to drink these and you're going to eat potato salad.
Okay.
Hope you're okay with
Can I have my
that.
Corona back?
Jason, give us a little background on this stuff.
All right, so the first thing we got here, all 3 of these are actually BBT or Beer Barrel Time from Side Project. So I think we've talked about that in some of the prior episodes. But what we have tonight, we've got a 2019 First Up. So what Side Project does with their barrel-aged beers, they blend them. So it's not a single barrel bottling.
They blend them like a distiller might blend their own batch,
Yep.
or like maybe even like a vineyard would do.
So one thing you'll hear, like with bourbon, you'll hear single barrel a lot, and beers too, more so with bourbon though. It's going to be just one barrel. So you'll hear them talk about a honey barrel. Hey, this one's just awesome, right? But with Side Project, what Corey has talked about in podcasts and how they do it, and I think Firestone Walker used to too, it's too much of a risk to just find that one barrel. Yeah. So their thought process was, let's blend it and see if we can get that consistent taste.
And then here we got a 2020. This is the new batch.
Yep. So the difference on that one, it's going to be the OWK still, but they're aged a little bit different.
Again, a bunch of their coveted stouts blended together to get like a premier kind of product. And then we got the rye. Where's that rye bottle? Did you drink that already?
Was I not supposed to?
I'm gonna fucking leave.
Come on, dude.
Was I not
Come
supposed to
on.
drink it?
And then we got the rye also.
You got 2020 rye. Dun, 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 dun.
So this one's a little different. First time they've done it before. I think it's going to leave it up here. So I think it's going to be a regular rotation, maybe once a year. I'm not for sure on that, but with this one's a little special. So with Derivation 3, the base Derivation 3 has rye in it, but with this one it doesn't have rye. So they made a Derivation 3 with no rye. They made the OWK with no vanilla beans. And then they took that and aged it all into Willet Rye. And then some distillery I've never heard of, it's a S11630 rye. No idea what that is.
S11630?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that from Mars, Jupiter, Neptune?
Hold on, let's let Jeff explain this. Go ahead.
The
What is it?
S11, what is it?
It's a number and letters.
Yeah, it's a pretty well known distillery. It's have you heard of this?
No. Do tell.
Do tell.
Carry on.
So so it's a Burkina. Are you guys getting really sweaty in your?
Dude, I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
I think you're very sweaty in your sweat.
am.
They should have a beer called Thelonious Monkish.
Thelonious.
They should.
IPA.
I agree.
Thelonious Monkish IPA.
Isn't there already a North Coast beer called that?
But it was Brother Thelonious. But because they're called Monkish, and his name is
No, I get it.
Thelonious Monk, I think it'd be.
Thanks for explaining it.
Monkish.
there.
Try to pour me a little bit there. Did Jeff just mansplain Thelonious Monk?
I think he did, yeah.
Okay.
He mansplained
Can
it
you
to another
mansplain
man.
other men? Is that possible?
Apparently, yeah. So, is traditional BBT, is it just a blend of barrel-aged beers?
Correct.
But rye is a blend of barrel-aged beers, then it's aged in rye barrels?
Yep. So they took those beers
I gotta take
in
this
the
out.
rye one, and it did. They took away all their adjuncts.
Okay.
So it's truly nothing else.
So this is 2019 and 2020 we're drinking?
So we've got 2019 BBT, 2020 BBT, and then 2020 rye.
Gotcha.
So let's talk a little bit just price first. So roughly each of these are probably $50. I mean,
Retail.
Retail. They package them in kind of bundles.
Yeah.
So best guess $50 to $60 a bottle, which is a lot. I mean, that's a pretty steep price tag, but
But it's sat a long time in a barrel. Almost 2 years in a barrel.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not even the biggest thing for the purposes of this
It's
show.
the blend.
They do a lottery, and you have to buzz in. You have to grab it before anybody else does,
Right.
And it sells out instantly. I think like the 2020 that we just got. We were very fortunate that we got a bottle, but I mean, it sold out within 5 minutes.
Right, I just meant a correlation between, taking up space in a brewery and you're not making any money on the product.
Yeah,
and it's almost
secondary
2 years.
pricing.
Oh, for secondary is more than $50, obviously.
So secondary pricing, like so for BBT, it started in 2017. Your 2017 was really good. Your 2018, most people would say would be the best.
Yeah.
It's the highest priced of them right now. 2019 BBT is running about $350, $400.
Yeah.
So for this one, then the 2020 BBT, the new one, is about $400 plus. It's
Yeah.
kind of hard to gauge an exact value.
Yeah.
And then the BBT rye got as high as about $700, $750. Right now, it's settled back to $650.
Okay.
So
Only.
Only $650.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
single bottle
Yeah.
of fucking beer.
So we've got about
Beer nerds are the worst.
$1,200, $1,400, $1,500 secondary. But this is the crazy thing about beer. Like,
Sorry.
these are $50 beers, so it's $150 is what we
Yeah.
got in them roughly. But when you start looking at the secondary price, it kind of makes you sick.
And
wonder.
it almost makes you wonder if you should be opening it at all, which we
Agreed.
definitely should.
We do want to open
But
those.
I think what I think is cool is these seals that they put on here. Am I wrong? So these are these are to prevent, I guess, people from like going on the secondhand market, drinking it, refilling it with some random stout, and then reselling it for $700, $600.
So that's what happened with 2019. That's
Yeah.
this one here. And the reason I got this one, I traded from a guy when we were in St. Louis, who was the original owner, who I've traded with before.
Yeah.
Nice guy. So this was an OG, but you could see them when you do a close up on these. They would have a just bad wax job. I mean, this is some pretty fancy wax on there.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
it's thick as hell too. Well, it's nice they got pull tab.
Pull tab, but you can see that little holographic thing on that one, and also the rye BBT.
Yeah.
It's on the side, Jeff. There you go. So that is actually for, I guess, theft. Measure.
Yeah. So once that's gone, I'm assuming, and maybe we'll try it here. When you peel that off, that probably leaves like a mark. Like you can't peel that off cleanly.
So if you hear some background noise, we got a couple friends here hanging out. We got Bill in the background.
That's me.
And then we got Jordan over here. Hey.
Hey, girl.
So you thinking to open the 2019 first map?
I say go with we'll go 1920 then rye.
All right. So I'm excited for this one. I think there's a whole, a lot of the check-ins you'll see on Untapped, and we'll talk about that for rating purposes. I don't know that all of them will be true on this one, because with all the fakes out there, I say a lot of people had the fake one.
You think so?
I do. So what do you think on the nose?
You like it?
Lexington looks really nice.
Fudge brownie. Chocolate fudge. Chocolate fudge. Booze. Their stouts are usually really rich.
I get the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is pretty whiskey forward. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
So when you look at, so it's got Willet. I wish there's probably a place you could find it, but I couldn't. Like the percentage of the blend, like with Firestone Walker, we've talked about them being you know, hey, we'll do this and 20% Eldorado or 20% of this beer. They would put on those little sheets. I couldn't find that information for BBT. Maybe they don't do it just because it's their proprietary blend.
Right. Yeah.
But definitely get the rye in this one a little bit. Very nice.
I get like a big dark fruit.
Tobacco.
This is actually, Jordan said he gets some dark fruit off. I get more dark fruit on this than I would actually expect. You compare it to something like the Ambiente that we had, and that was straight like kind of like, you know, chocolate confection, and this one is more. I get more like dark fruit kind of sweetness than I do like the chocolate confection that I was expecting. But
so for people that are used to drinking pastry. Stouts. This is not a pastry stout at all.
There's no adjuncts in it.
There's not. There's not, and it's weird. So when I started reading into it, there kind of is. Like they say there's not, but you know, except for OWK, which they've got 2 different OWK blends in here, it is rested on vanilla beans.
Well, vanilla, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Maybe it's an adjunct, maybe not. But then you look at derivation. So derivation 2 was actually, let's see, you get vanilla beans as well, so it's a little bit of vanilla that way. And in derivation 3, a touch of rye, but no other adjunct. So I wouldn't count rye as an adjunct, but vanilla a little. Surprisingly enough,
technically is an adjunct, but
okay. I mean, it could be.
Anything that's not in like the 4 like main ingredients is considered an adjunct.
So the way they list derivation 3 is a stout with a touch of rye. I don't know what the hell that means, but
you kind of have to look at what we call adjuncts in like the current mantra of beer, because when you say like adjunct stout, you think like fucking chocolate bars, marshmallow cream, peanut butter Twix. Like
the one we reviewed last time, the peanut butter noche. Remember? Reese's.
Yeah. When you say adjunct, that's what people think. But the thing is, historically, adjuncts as a strict definition is anything that's not water, hops, primary malt, or yeast. Okay. So if you put rice, like a rice lager, rice lager, that's considered an adjunct lager.
So I know Corey would talk about, I've heard podcasts quite a few times, but using oats. So would you consider oats an adjunct?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, lactose, that's an adjunct.
Oh yeah, lactose for sure.
Anything, See, we say adjunct, and we basically mean like
coconut, vanilla, coffee.
We mean like sweet, like food ingredients. But historically, an adjunct, technically speaking, is anything that's not one of the main 4 ingredients. So yeah, rye is an adjunct. So is rice. So is oats. So they're really all adjunct stouts.
There you go. Oh. So
splitting fucking hairs.
Let's talk about.
Thank you, Dr. Hoover.
You like that?
That was awesome.
Who's the doctor now? Fabulous.
I noticed you took your sweater off.
Yeah, it's fucking hot.
Mine's getting ready to come off too. I'm melting.
He's
still.
taking it.
Yeah, I am actually.
Take it off, baby.
We're gonna get a show, guys.
You gotta pay for that. That's what do you call those pages?
OnlyFans?
Yeah, you gotta pay for my OnlyFans to get that.
I am on your OnlyFans. I'm the only fan on the OnlyFans. Paying $7.95 a month, and all I'm getting is
my rate beer. It's
a
like
guy drinking a beer.
Yeah.
So speaking of rate beer, I know it's a little off topic, but I saw this last night. I think everybody in this room a text about this, but
not me.
I did send one to you. You were in a message thread, but Beer Advocate. So I know most people are on there. A lot of people used to be, but their trading threads, they're now talking about making people pay for that.
Really?
You know, Beer Advocate used to really shit on Untapped. You know, Untapped's what we talked about with ratings and stuff. Beer Advocate had their own rating system. They really bashed them. They didn't like them at all. You know who bought Beer Advocate?
Who?
Untapped.
That's ironic.
So if you want to get under a beer nerd's skin, here's what you do. You make them pay $10 a year to use that service. Hell no. But if you make them pay $300 for some beer, oh yeah, like here's my wallet, you know?
$10 of that.
$10 a year.
$700? Where do I sign up? Rate beer was always, a lot of the Americans left, but it still has a lot of Danes and Scandinavians and Germans and English.
Great Danes.
But I don't go into the forums anymore, so I can't tell you. We're doing a Secret Santa though this year on Rate Beer.
All sure, like 3 of you?
Yeah.
That's going to be really quick.
Do you send to yourself? Do you send to yourself, like drop it off at UPS?
And then you go back get it.
Yeah, no, it comes to you. Like
well,
2 days later,
actually,
maybe it's broken.
He puts on like a new hat and he gives himself his beer. He's like, I had no idea.
UPS tagged it for alcohol and sent it back to me.
Exactly. I know this. Like I'm dealing with that right now.
He's the UPS driver. He's like, this, Jeff.
What do you think of this one? I'm almost done with mine.
I am done with mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I wasn't blown away. So I don't think I had 18. I remember you talking about it. You had it at your house, and everybody
Actually, we
there.
had it there a couple times.
Where?
At Side Project. We went
Okay.
up there for the release,
Right.
and so we got to try it on site a
Yeah.
few times.
The universal consensus was that it was possibly the best barrel aged beer ever.
Non-adjunct, yep.
So I never had it. So my ceiling is heightened.
So have you never had any BBTs? This is your first
That's
one?
my first
Okay.
one, and I mean, it's good. I don't
Yeah.
think it's the greatest thing ever.
Oh, I agree with
enjoy
that. I
it.
agree with that on this one.
Yeah.
So if,
I give it a solid 4.25, between 4.25, 4.5.
yeah, I'm probably with you, unfortunately. And
Out
the,
of 5.
yeah, and the
People don't know our
consensus has
rating
been
system.
yeah, sure. So we do quarters. It starts out at 0.25 and goes all the way to 5.
Yeah.
You're not going to give anything a 0.25 unless it's
Jeff
just
might.
Yeah, Jeff does.
I would give it a few things.
If we
Yeah.
give something a 5, Jeff's like 3.2.
This is a 3.8,
so-
obviously.
He gave Corona Light a 3.75.
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Oh,
Bud
Corona
Light.
Light?
Yeah.
That's good.
Is that your wheelhouse, right? Yeah.
So
we'll open that next.
back
that
to
Corona
the
back.
back to the whole thing of the show. Is it worth it? So for $50 a bottle, 50 to 60, would you pay it, Jeff?
Yeah, I think so because what's the bottle count?
I'm gonna guess and say 3,000, 5,000.
Feels high, but maybe.
Well, the reason I say that is you look at people that done check-ins, and we talked about this before. One check-in on Untapped does not equal one bottle because usually you share it with 3 or 4 people. But 2,500 check-ins roughly on this bottle. Plus, they've got some on-site they hold back. So I'd
They have
say
barrels too.
I'd say 3,000 to 4,000 would be pretty accurate.
It's still not easy to get beer.
Oh, it's very hard to
Right.
get. It's almost impossible to get.
So if you really want to drink it, I think. And if you got 3 friends or 4 friends or 4 friends and Bill coming over, then yeah, I mean I think you go $50.
So, Matt, what do you think? 50, 60 bucks?
50, 60 bucks. Honestly, I would be on the fence.
Okay.
Secondary, definitely not.
Oh no,
I don't
I'm
think-
with you.
And
on
I hate
this
to
one.
say it because I know there's a lot of
I'm-
people that are
yeah.
just like, oh, BBT. Even at 50 or 60 bucks, maybe. It depends on how I'm feeling that
I'd
day.
buy
It seems like the
50,
norm
60.
though, $50. It seems
Kind
like the norm for a
not,
beer.
maybe. Like,
So Math Wizard, what is an ounce? You got 750, which is say roughly 25
So
ounces.
25 ounces.
I love every time you ask him a math question.
Well,
he
there's a
starts
math
out with-
teacher right
no,
here.
I want you're a math teacher. Right
25 ounces and $50.
Yeah, it's at least what
is
$18
$8 an ounce. What is
Yeah,
that?
He's doing the baseball signs.
Here, let me count it that way.
Jeff's our math wizard.
I'd say about
here,
$9-10 an ounce probably.
Yeah. So would you pay that? So
But $2 an ounce is actually a really good deal if you think about it.
for this type of beer, yeah.
If
fine.
you
I
went
mean,
and
it's
bought,
sad to
if you
say,
went
but
into
it
a
is.
bar and you bought a 6 ounce, or is it even a 6 ounce pour? Well, I don't know what those like the really rare
Probably
stuff.
be, yeah.
6 ounce, yeah.
5 to 6 ounces.
Yeah,
You're gonna
fair.
pay
Sure,
probably
pass over
15,
some
20
water.
bucks anyways for a pour sometimes. So
Yeah, I think it's really easy to say it's worth it for me.
Can I have one too?
If I bought it just retail, I would give 50 to 60 for this just to have it. But I've had 17, 18. This isn't close.
I mean, back in the day, right? You go to get Canadian.
God damn
You
it, dude.
squeezed it on me, man.
It's in your hand.
Why'd you squeeze my lemon?
use your elf hat and wipe it up.
How many things have you spilled today so far? Just out of
Here or in
curiosity.
general?
Well, at least twice.
Just like
already here.
my-
At least 2 things.
my seed a little bit. I mean, back in the day. I mean, when you get like a Canadian breakfast style small pour for like $10,
Jeff's single now, so that's acceptable.
You know, I mean, I don't see how the 50 for 25 ounces is a bad deal in that.
So
regard.
I think we'd all agree, hell no to $350, $400.
I'd
Right?
say
I mean, it's
no.
not even close.
I don't think so.
All right, on
If,
to the next.
if there was a pour like on hand, like in a bar or something, I'd probably do it.
how much would you pay for a pour? $10.
I'd pay like $15 for a pour of
You
that.
gotta factor in the 10-hour round trip.
Yeah, so it's a good point. You to go
We
get
didn't
this beer.
factor in like the
Yeah, to
drive
get this
time
beer
and gas.
from Lexington, Kentucky. I mean, you're a solid 5 hours there, solid 5 hours back. So I mean, that's a lot of time.
Did you guys stop to pee?
We did not stop to pee. We
At
used
all?
a Gatorade jug and just
5
passed
hours,
it
that's
around.
all
We
the
just
thing?
passed it around. It's fine.
Did you go to Chick-fil-A or something?
We went to McDonald's twice and Wendy's 3 times.
Twice on the way there?
Each way.
Taco Bell both times too.
Taco
Each
Bell
way.
on the way
Yep.
there?
And
What?
Twice?
to poop,
So
we had
McDonald's and Taco Bell
we
on
had
the
a
way
milk
there?
jug.
Yeah,
to poop
there
in.
was a combined.
You guys are
difference
hungry.
there,
We actually
were.
went to both places, and then combined the foods together and ate it all at the same time. Yeah, McDonald's.
Yeah,
McDonald's.
the
Or
big
McDonald's, I guess.
McDonald's bell.
You get that Big Mac and put that like taco pizza out there in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
You
like
get those anymore, though.
a chalupa with a burger stuff inside of it?
Sure.
Put fries on the outside.
Yeah.
I actually weaved the fries
Damn.
into like
Yeah.
a shell, and I ate it, and that was my
That sounds amazing.
receptacle.
Deep fry it
That
twice.
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You look at the price.
Then slathered it
it's
in
in line
hummus.
with the Bourbon County Reserves and Anniversaries. I mean, they're
Yeah.
$2 an ounce.
So good
roughly.
point. So price per ounce is pretty much what Bourbon County's been offering. But
Yeah, and again, we're all talking about primary retail.
yeah. So we all agree. I think secondary's not in question on this
Yeah.
one. But Bourbon
problem is
County's
it's
mass produced, right? This is not.
And that's the thing. It's like it's a lot easier to get something like a Bourbon County than it is something
Although
like
not all
this.
the Bourbon Counties.
Yes,
Not
but-
birthday or something.
No,
like that.
but yeah, easier. Yeah, it's still easier to get one of those
Well,
than
if you
it
look
is
at a
this.
70 to $80 price tag secondary for a 15-ounce beer,
Yeah.
and this is $400 for a
oh, this has
25.
got
Yeah,
far
it's
more
much
cachet,
more
far
it's much more
desire.
obtainable to get that Bourbon County,
Yeah.
even at full
But
secondary.
also, this even without the obtainable part, people want this more. I think.
of course,
I think beer nerds want this more than they would want.
I
Even
wanted it.
any Bourbon County.
That's
brand,
the
doesn't
issue
matter
with
where it's from.
secondary is that it's like
It's want. It's desire.
Yeah, it's like we keep talking about intrinsic value. You know, there's like a quality
It's
that you
emotional
can't.
desire.
Yeah, you can't
Emotional
actually like
value.
you can't quantify
No.
the how good something is because you want it because of something else.
When baby wants it,
has
baby's
nothing to do
gonna
with
get
it.
it.
Yeah,
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
That's
either.
right.
That's
Or
right.
without her BBT.
That's right.
My whole point
Nobody puts
was
BBT in a
Bourbon
corner.
County is more easily obtainable, and it's the same price per ounce as this on the retail, primary
Yeah.
retail. So, I mean, $50 for primary retail is kind of cheap on that, really. I mean, when you consider.
Yeah, if you consider quality and everything,
And
but
time.
if you compare it to, I mean, again, I said $50, $60, I would pay that again. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But this is not the best BBT I've had, and by all accounts, looking Untapped, talking to people, this is the worst BBT. But I mean, my goodness, it's still pretty good. It's not bad beer.
Yeah, it's still really good.
Let's go try that 2020. Or do you want to do rye in between, or do you want to jump to 2020?
I
We
kind
should finish on that.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think you go 20 next just so you have a comparison direct between
Let's
the
do
two.
it. You want to see the hologram?
I
so
want
go
to see.
for
I
it,
want to see this hologram thing. So